My guests on the podcast today are Beth Sergent and Brook Scheffler from the Crawford County Job and Family Services. And today we're going to talk about a little bit about Christmas. It's the annual Adopt a Child for Christmas. This is, I understand from speaking with you before this has come on, I believe, Beth, you mentioned that this program has went on for what, over 20 years now?
Almost 20 years, yes.
Okay, enlighten us what the program is about. And by the way, you both, Beth and Brook here, they work in protective services, correct? Or foster care, or is it a part of that? How does that work?
Yes, both. We are in the adoption unit.
Okay, adoption unit.
Yes.
Okay, I want to get that straight. So what you doing? So, all right, now you can enlighten us onto that.
Okay, so the program matches the children that we're working with, children that are in foster care and children that are in our agency's protective supervision with sponsors, community members. The children fill out a wish list for Christmas, and we provide these to the sponsors. They do the shopping, they do the wrapping, and they drop the gifts off to our agency shortly before Christmas so that the caseworkers have enough time to get them out to the children to be brought out on Christmas morning.
Now, let's say I'm a person out here and I'm listening to your podcast today. Why should I want to get involved with this?
I think it's a great way to support the children in our community, show them that you care, that you're interested in helping them. It's also a great way to support the foster parents and the kinship caregivers, the parents who are involved with our agency who may be struggling, just a way to show your support.
Because we have a lot of people that are struggling, don't we, today?
Most definitely.
And this time of year when you come into and we're thinking about, of course, we're thinking ahead for Christmas because, I mean, this program, you have to think ahead. I think sometimes people don't understand, well, gee, this is like September. Why are we talking about December? Because it comes fast and the need is great. How many people have, let's take maybe in the last year or so, have been impacted by this directly, would you say?
About 250 kids.
Around 250 children
Yes,
have benefited from this here who have been adopted.
And that was last year alone.
And that was just in 2022.
Yes.
2022. And now being in 2023, I imagine the number, I would say, probably is going to increase because the needs have increased.
Right.
Is that fairly accurate?
I would say so, yes.
All right. So the focus here is on children. Now, is there a suggested way in which a person contributes to this?
So we suggest that our sponsors spend approximately $100 per child. If they would like to, we have other sponsors that completely sponsor a family. So they're donating a Christmas meal, gifts for the children in the family, sometimes the caregivers. We're open for suggestions. So if there's somebody that wants to help and they'd like to contact us, we can definitely work with them to see how we can make that all possible.
So now let's say I'm interested. Okay, I'm going to give you a scenario here. Maybe somebody out here is thinking the same thing. Would it be best I just maybe buy a gift card? Is that preferable than to buying a, quote, gift, or does it probably depends on the child or the age, correct?
It does. So our older children, typically ages 15 and up, we like to do gift cards for them because they're typically a little bit harder to shop for.
A little picky, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So in those cases, yes, a gift card would be great. For the younger children, though, we typically stick with the wish lists and try to go kind of for what the children are wanting for Christmas.
And you provide the wish list?
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
So we actually just sent out our annual newsletter to all of our past sponsors.
Okay.
Just basically saying what our program is again, and then we also provide a sheet that has their contact information, how many children they would like to donate, and if they have a preference on age or gender. And then that's kind of how we delegate which person or which sponsor goes to which child.
Okay. Okay, I'm interested. How do I make the next step?
You just need to contact us at the agency.
Okay, contact at Crawford County Job and Family Services. Do I want to ask for either one of you two?
Yes.
So I want to either, well, first of all, where do I call?
My direct line is 567-393-4733.
And Brook's direct line is 567-393-4743.
Okay, and when they call this, and if you forget this, you can call and just say, I'm interested in this Adopt a Child for Christmas, and how do I get involved with it? And they will probably send the call on to you because you are the two that handle this, Beth and Brook. So that would be a place to start now. Now, let's say I wanted to get on this list that you're talking about. That's also, I could request this if I call at the Crawford County Job and Family Services to be placed on that list as well.
Yes.
Now, let's say I need help. Same thing. I'm on the other end of this, or is that determined by you folks?
So we are able to help families that we currently have a case with.
Okay. So okay.
If we're not involved, then we typically refer them to the Salvation Army, or if we're aware of other programs in the community that are assisting, we'll refer them to those programs.
All right. This is why I'm asking that question, because I'm sure people will get confused
Right.
and say, well, I'll just call up there and they're going to be, no. You need to be a current, would you please state that again? You stated it very well, current.
Yes, you need to be currently involved, have a current case with the agency for us to be able to assist with Christmas.
Okay, for this particular program, Adopt a Child for Christmas. Now, other agencies in the area and other organizations, they have their own things that they do for children as well. So, it's not like people are going to be left out. It's just you got to know who you contact.
Right.
And I'm trying to make sure that everybody's for the Adopt a Child for Christmas that, we're going to get a hold of you folks, the right folks to do. Any thoughts in the waning moments of this that you'd like to share?
I think we've had some really great, just our work with the community has been really great throughout this. We took this over last year, so this is only our second year doing this, but the community support, the community involvement that we've received has just been absolutely great. Last year we had over 60 sponsors, so that's individual community members, businesses, and everybody has been really great.
So
and
people
willing to help.
So people in the community really do see the need.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious if you're serving over 200 and some children in this. I would say people see there is a need for this.
Right.
And the area which you work in, quite frankly, a lot of it sometimes it's kind of a sad situation for you folks. So this is a bright light and hope for a lot of these children and families. And I think sometimes people also will see that a lot of these people that are providing care, a lot of them, they really don't even have the resources to do it, to provide this. So somebody needs to step up and help provide. I mean, they can provide the love and a lot of things that the home needs, but sometimes finances is a big hurdle.
Right.
So, all right, I want to thank both Beth Sergent and Brook Scheffler for coming in today to speak about the Adopt a Child for Christmas program that goes through the Crawford County Job and Family Services. Please feel free to give them a call. What's the general phone number there at Job and Family Services? You got
It's 419
419
563
563
1570.
1570. Or you can even look it up on your phone or whatever,
Right.
and they will direct you to, and just let them know that you're interested in the Adopt a Child for Christmas program. You heard about it on the podcast, and you would like to talk to either Beth or Brook, or put you into their mailbox, or they'll get back with you.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you for making the time to come in and be a part of the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.